Good morning, book lovers of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. I am Book Nerd 802, and as you might know, about a week ago, I can't believe it's already been a week since I went to watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie. But yeah, in this video, I am going to be speaking about the movie and reviewing it as well, kind of giving you my thoughts. I think it was about 2 hours long in terms of duration, in terms of length, and I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have that great of a rating on Letterboxd, and I genuinely do not understand why, but I found it to be a very sweet movie to watch, made even more wholesome by the fact that I watched it with my girlfriend, and honestly, it was her idea to go and watch it in the first place because she has been a fan of Super Mario for a very long time. And yeah, it's already been about a week and 1 day since we went to watch the movie together in Valletta. And I did watch the first movie when it came out a couple of years ago, but something about this one felt more special, and I cannot really put my finger on what that might be. Many characters which we know and love made an appearance, and we even witnessed Yoshi's birth from one of the pipes in New York. And the way the storytelling was done, I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, it's crazy to think that even though it's been a week, I still remember so much of the movie vividly because the animation is done so well, and the story itself is indeed extremely wholesome and heartwarming. And it, granted, it is not very complicated, there isn't really much to understand, but it's still a delightful story, and I can completely understand the appeal and why children would enjoy it even more. I found Bowser Jr., who is basically Bowser's son, to be a brilliant antagonist and perhaps even more of a menace than his father, believe it or not. And Bowser certainly did raise an evil genius, and despite the fact that the father and son reunion spelled trouble for the plumbers and their friends, I found it to be sweet and would have shed a tear were I a tad younger, perhaps. I mean, this movie definitely did not bring tears to my eyes, but I did really enjoy the reunion, and Jack Black's voice is honestly so brilliant for the role of Bowser. Now, a couple of days ago, I even made a video about the Happy Meal toys I got from McDonald's because there is a collaboration happening between McDonald's, the Happy Meals, and the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And yeah, I made a video about that if you'd like to check it out. It has over 100 views now already. So yeah, there is basically plenty going on. In the movie, we have Princess Rosalina, who is also referred to as Rosalita or Rosalia. I'm pretty sure that they used all versions of the name during the movie. Correct me if I am wrong, by the way. But yeah, she is kidnapped by Bowser Jr., leaving her children behind. Her children being stars, of course, as the name of Rosalina suggests. And then the characters reverted back to babies as well, because of a gun that Bowser Jr. Designed and used on the plumbers, and Yoshi as well. And was it Yoshi? I'm not quite sure whether it was Yoshi, the plumbers for sure. And then Peach, of course, she wanted to save her sister as well. And considering that my mom is called Rosalie, I suppose I did want to see Rosalina saved, which ultimately she was. Not that it's much of a spoiler, considering that, of course, such a movie would have a happy ending. But anyway, Bowser Jr. wanted to kidnap Rosalina in the first place because he wanted to use her energy in order to power this doomsday planet, which would just be able to destroy every world at will. And it would also be able to just give Bowser Jr. and his father all the power in the universe, so that is why they kidnapped her to begin with. But yeah, I loved how Bowser Jr. uses a paintbrush to attack his enemies, and he also has many loyal subjects, as did his father, prior to being shrunk down to the size of a coffee mug and being given his own miniature castle in the first movie. I found the mini castle to be quite wholesome. As a matter of fact, the fact that the villains, the antagonists, are not at all treated badly. I found that to be quite sweet personally, and of course, I really enjoyed how Jack Black did the voice acting, as I don't think there's anyone better suited to perform Bowser's voice. Let me know in the comment section if you think there is anyone who might be better than Jack Black for Bowser. Yet the animation style, as I mentioned, is of course lovely, and the story itself was not horrible at all, though there was a bit of a flaw with having literal stars as characters who could have worked together to save Rosalina easily. In fact, we see one of them travel at light speed, and there were hundreds of them. So, yeah, they could have definitely saved Rosalina quite easily, but that little flaw did not spoil the whole vibe. There are also a lot of other side villains brought up and side quests as well, especially when. Was it Peaches? I think, yeah, one of Peaches' toads. The book was stolen by a monkey. The book that the toad was reading was stolen by a monkey, and they had to just chase after the monkey to retrieve the whole backpack with the coins and the book as well. And I probably would have reacted the same way. I wouldn't want anyone to take my book, so that was a bit of a side story as well as side quest, and it led them to yet another huge kind of villain who they destroyed quite easily. Peach is pretty underrated, to be honest. But yeah, those side quests added to the entertainment value, but I must admit that there not being an iconic song in the movie certainly didn't rub me the right way. In the first movie, we had Peaches, sung by Jack Black, which was absolutely delighted. I even remember singing it when I went for a karaoke to a karaoke bar with some friends of mine, and yeah, I had a lovely time singing it with my friends, the Peaches song. But this movie didn't really have any iconic song, which was horrible, and perhaps one of the reasons as to why I did not give this movie more stars. Ironically, considering that it revolves around the concept of stars, basically. There certainly wasn't much promotion for this movie as well, considering that both Chris Pratt and Anya Taylor-Joy form part of it, and of course, Jack Black reprises his role as Bowser's voice. But yeah, apart from the McDonald's promotion, I did not see this movie promoted anywhere else, which is honestly a shame because it's a movie that is worth your time if you want to just switch off your brain for a couple of hours and just relax and enjoy something simple yet interesting and well done, very nostalgic as well. But yeah, I think that is all I had to say with regard to the Super Mario Galaxy movie. If you enjoyed my video, as always, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Take a look at the rest of my content because why not? It's absolutely brilliant, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Thank you all for watching, and bye, guys.